Starfleet Academy. I want to know what you guys thought. The first 2 episodes are on Paramount Plus. I don't expect you to have seen both episodes. But from what you've seen, what do you think?
I saw the first one. And that's it. I can't watch anymore. I can't. I'm tapping out. Like it's done.
Look, there are some amazing things that happens in the following.
Look, man, let's call it what it is. That was Star Trek cosplay, and I've seen fan films that were better. So, at my age, time is precious. I just can't waste my time anymore. Like with shit that is just horrible.
Did you say you're too old for this shit?
Yeah, pretty much.
I am way too old for this shit, and it was not good. Like what's funny? Like I go into everything with a little optimism, just a little bit, right? Like I'm like maybe it might surprise me, right? Like I went into Welcome to Derry, no expectations, just hoping like it's at least entertaining. Loved it, right?
Yeah. Welcome to Derry.
Oh, dude. Starfleet Academy was something that, like, honestly, I'm watching it and I'm not even like a Trekkie, and I was getting offended at the shit I was seeing. Like, that was a mockery, dude. Like, that was bad. Like, maybe I'm tripping, but that was god awful.
No, you're not tripping.
No, right? No. Like, I'm like, maybe my meter is off, but that was like one of the worst things I've ever seen.
No, I commend you. You finished the first episode.
Yeah, I admire its new take on leadership. You have Chancellor Aki, who is kind of the, this is what a female leader is, kind of like a Tim Walz type character. And, the way she curls up on her captain's chair. I mean, that's
barefoot.
No, I mean, it's just devoid of masculinity, and that's stunning and brave.
Well, let's look at this. This is our thumbnail for Wednesday's show. When Alan is going to review episode 3. So
yeah, which is called Prank War. Well, I call it Prank Wars.
Wait, so no one else watched both episodes? Because I watched both episodes. No one else watched
I saw the first episode and
and
like the first 5 minutes of the second episode, and I was like Dante. I'm like, yeah.
It's more watchable than the last couple seasons of Discovery, and it's nowhere near as bad. Section 31 still takes the cake, but yeah, it's cosplay. It is fanfic.
Yeah.
Robert Picardo should be ashamed. And then, yeah, if you haven't watched or know what's going on with Discovery, you'll be completely lost, because they've basically done what other fictions have done, where they've reset their universe to explain why everyone is fat and there's no decorum or Starfleet.
No, Badger. Only the women are fat. The men are.
The guys actually
fit, right?
Yeah,
right.
dudes is in shape.
Yeah, the men are fit. The women are
the
all
main
fat
character.
asses.
Wouldn't be bad. In fact, I actually kind of liked him with the Betazoid princess. They had a little bit of a thing going. So there's like, it's somewhere in there. There's was that Tatiana Maslany as his mom,
Yes,
by the way?
Yes,
Okay.
it was. Yeah.
Somewhere in there is. It's like a Agatha. Somewhere in there was a story, but yeah, it is just lost behind bad acting.
By the way,
writing.
episode 3, there are co-ed showers.
Oh, good. Do you see?
well, it's like Starship Troopers.
Yeah,
then.
exactly. Well,
Does a
it's
fat
not-
hologram?
Unfortunately, it's not like Starship Troopers.
Right.
Oh, darn.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's pretty cringe though.
I couldn't finish.
Wait, and did I hear right that they already greenlit a season 2?
That's
Yeah.
like Velma, dude, where they greenlit.
Yeah.
Your
do
contract
two
is for 2
It was
seasons.
Oh, okay,
greenlit
got it,
before
got
the
it.
first- I think
Okay.
they're
Yeah.
just trying to run out Kurtzman's contract.
This is a holdover. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This is a holdover.
I'll say this, even just from looking at Paramount Plus, like I had to hunt down the show. Like I think Paramount is trying to hide it, because I literally had to dig around. I was like, I guess I'm just gonna have to search bar like Star Trek, because it was nowhere on my like.
You didn't just
main
watch it on YouTube?
No, yeah,
They got
no,
a stunning 164,000 views eventually.
eventually, yeah,
I know someone's
no,
Spock doll really liked it.
right.
Gary
right.
live streamed it. Got 1.5 thousand people watching to their
It's
1.3
so great.
live stream.
But this is what I've been saying about like Disney live actions. There's just a sense that everyone involved felt like Roddenberry got it horribly wrong, and this is our chance to fix it and make Roddenberry's vision, more, a better world, one that's a more balanced world, that includes everybody, and it gets away from basic principles like what does it mean to be a leader? What does it mean to make moral choices or tough choices? How do you make moral
Meritocracy.
and tough
The
choices?
there's this one guy in Bleeding Cool that always, you can tell who it is by the headlines because he's very left-leaning. And his whole thing is, oh, they're making him proud by having black women in power. And it's like, the reason Uhura, that it was important wasn't because she was black or a woman. It's because, it was, but not because of that. It was because she had meritocracy and that she was literally the best person for that role. And in the future, just like Chekhov, it wasn't important that he was Russian, even though it was the fact that, look, we've overcome all those dumbass. All that mattered was, can you get the job done? And in this one, whether they could get the job done is irrelevant. It's just that they're a woman or gay or whatever. They've missed entirely the point that it was about meritocracy and overcoming all that dumb shit.
Well, it's interesting because the original series came out just as the Civil Rights Act was being enacted. Also, we're involved in this Cold War with Russia. And it was Roddenberry's way of saying, in the future, none of that matters and that we all become one. Yeah. And we still hold to what it means to be human. Humanity hadn't changed a whole lot, unlike today.
So that's how they've regressed it, by the way, but they're saying that after the burn where the retarded Kelpian who made all the dilithium explode and all the warp cores blew up. And so every planet in the verse has been separated for 100 years. Betazoid is isolationist with a wall. He didn't have orange hair, but it was very clear their messaging on what it was. And so the reason now that you can see, like, they have an HR meeting and the reason pronouns are back and all this dumb shit is they say, well, in the 100 years, we've regressed a little bit. We're all isolationists. We need to do better. So they took away all of the progress to just do the same shit.
Remember when the stuff was slightly based on science? I mean, what is the burn? What scientific analogy does the burn come from?
Was born with dilithium and he somehow can. I don't know.
Right. Well, I'm not a huge Trekkie, so I hadn't watched anything prior to. Like, I watched this just to see what the hell was going on. So I don't know anything about the burn or what the events were leading into this. All I know is after 1,000 years, people are still using 20th century slang. And that is absolutely infuriating, man. Yeah. I'm like, who is writing this? Where is your imagination? Create new slang terms. No, they're just going to have the same stuff it sounds like I'm talking to somebody across the street. It's like, it's supposed to be 1,000+ years into the future. That's what was irritating me. Just the dialogue. It's some of the worst dialogue I've ever heard in a TV series.
Well, the other thing is kids are, I don't know, they're just stereotypical kids of modern time. You would think in the future kids would just be they would have evolved somehow, but apparently not.
Let's get a preview of what's happening on Starfleet Academy.
Where are we? We transported you to this time and date to stand trial for toxic colonization. We are explorers like you. We treat every civilization we encounter with respect. I've heard enough from you! They, them, take the 3 galactic colonizers.
They, them.
Sound crazy. How dare you assume what gender I identify as? Captain Kirk and Spock are textbook examples of systemic racism in a toxic man's world. You call yourselves explorers, but your landing party doesn't include a single person of color. That's racist. You have a twisted view of reality. I believe they are communists, Jim.
All right, it's bad AI.
I mean, how did you guys get? How did they get clips of episode 4? By the way,
see, this is what AI was meant for, man.
Yeah, exactly, man. That's how I want it used.
But the whole thing is this: we just had a discussion about Star Wars being dead and not being able to be brought back, even with the exit of Kathleen Kennedy, is not going to fix it. Is this where Star Trek is? And I don't even know. I don't even want to talk about the starship Athena, that when you look at it from the top down, it looks like it very clearly is a vagina. It is very clearly a vagina. And what did Alan say? If you lick the saucer, what'd you say, Alan?
If you lick the ship's tip, everyone on board gets excited. and the hint is use the alphabet.
Wow.
Anyways, I don't know if you saw what the ship looks like. It looks kind of crazy. I'll bring up a photo. I got a photo.
I hate that future tech they have where the nacelles aren't connected, so it's all floaty, so it can rearrange, and it's also the Academy, so the ship just lands and saucer separates, and it's now the Academy, so they can get it off the planet when they need to. It's the only thing getting off watching the show. This is just a holdover, though. We got to get through this and the second season, and then they've said whatever they do next will be unrelated to the JJ movies or the TV shows. And we always say this, you could actually bring it all back. You just have to make something good and then do that 3 times in a row. Star Wars is dead. And then that Beggars Canyon AI video came out that just had like a normal looking Luke and everyone blew it. Like it's all come back. You just have to actually do it.
Yeah, but the problem is it's never really going to come back, right? Like the stuff that the stuff that we get excited about now is all from AI. It's not from a studio.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, look at if you can't get people excited,
I see what you mean.
If you can't get people excited about Doomsday, man, like I'm sorry, I don't think any other franchise has a shot.
Oh my
Trying
gosh,
to look at that upside down.
Here is the USS Athena from the top down view, and the nacelles, I guess those are nacelles, look like angel wings. It's like one of those, you know, that every time a woman sees some graffiti with angel wings, she has to take a photo of herself in front of it, so she's like an angel.
Right.
Am I wrong, Steph?
No, you're not wrong. Same thing with butterfly wings.
Yeah, I was about to say this is
like, oh, take a photo of me here. Like it's like this is like that, but also from the top down, as Alan correctly pointed out. What'd you say about licking the alphabet or whatever?
Yeah. Just like
they're just trying to give people ideas for like lower back tats is all they're doing, you know.
By the way, not only do people,
it looks like a tattoo, a shoulder
Pretty
tattoo.
much,
yeah.
By the way, not only do the people get excited, but the ship self lubricates itself.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
I just wonder, like, are the people? And you saw what Gary did, Nerdrotic. His live stream of a Spock action figure had more live viewers. I think it was like 5,000, while they had at their peak they had 1,400. A brand new Star Trek show. Now this gives me no like pleasure. It makes me sad to think that the cultural relevance of one of my favorite franchises I grew up with as a kid. I watched it when I was 7. I watched it when now as an adult. I mean, I've watched Star Trek, and look, like there are things to appreciate. There's almost nothing good to take away from this garbage show.
Look, man, it would be one thing if like us old fogies are like, oh, this ain't my Star Trek, right? But the young people aren't watching this shit either. So, so I ask again, who is their audience?
Yeah.
Their audience are the people that made it.
Yeah.
In that Hollywood bubble, the writers and the actors that acted it out, and anybody that's like them. And it's not enough of them. There's not enough of them to create an audience. So that's who the audience is. That's who they wrote it for anyway. You know, and they're hoping that there's going to be a big upswell of people watching it. Nobody's coming to watch this.
Isn't it a good thing though, Chris, that people aren't resonating with it? Because it would be far more worrying if people were like, "Oh my god, it's the best Star Trek ever." Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, the fact that it's being soundly right, the fact that it's being or even in some cases, which is fine, but it's like the fact that it's being soundly across the board, it seems to be rejected, means that Paramount is right in going away from that and Kurtzman.
You're not wrong saying like the audience is the people that write it. Yeah, I mean, look at She-Hulk. It was made for the Jessica. What's her name? The one who wrote it.
Jessica Gao.
Jessica Gao. Yeah, she made it. They made it for themselves. They made it like, oh, haha, this is for us to make fun of everybody. The Acolyte, Leslie Headland, and made it for herself. That's who these are made for.
Those two chicks were the best characters.
I mean, I guarantee you, in a week, no one will be talking about this series.
Well, is the black guy not wearing a shirt?
It's a mesh.
It's a mesh shirt.
So let's see what the actor who plays Jaden, a very manly Klingon warrior. Here's what he has to say.
I think that we are redefining what it means to be a warrior. You know what I mean? Like, a warrior doesn't always mean picking up, a weapon and going into battle. There's like a lot of other battlefields.
Literally a warrior.
And so
no, you haven't
seen
that's
what we're doing. in Starfleet Academy with Klingons. I think that
so
episode 4 is the Jaden episode, and we get into the new definition of what it means to be a warrior.
Really? Can you tell us anything, Alan, about episode 4?
No, I'm embargoed. I can only tell you.
But it's the Jaden episode.
Yes.
Is it the gayest
It's literally
episode yet?
in the fucking name. Warrior. War. Like, what is he talking about?
You can be sensitive now as a war. They're redefining it. They're making it more feminine.
He says it in the very beginning when the chick that actually acts more Klingon, don't you desire a glorious death? I desire a valorous life. The fuck does that mean?
Oh man,
it means.
Yeah, Badger, watch that 4th episode.
It means he's a power bottom. That's what it is.
Yeah, right.
Let's just say that
just having a twerk off.
That one character may look tough, but she has empathy.
You guys missed the second. I think it's the second episode where she gets wounded and she spends the entire episode.
That's the first episode.
It's so bad. Dude. It all merged together in just pain and suffering.
I know. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I was a little high when I watched it. There wasn't there like a fat chick who swallowed her communicator?
Yes.
Yeah.
I accidentally ate my comm badge. Like, wait, what?
Okay, so I didn't imagine.
You did not imagine
that.
No, that's actually a line that she said to the doctor. It was
and that's
stupid.
The biggest problem of this whole series is it doesn't take anything seriously. You know, it everything's light. Everyone's it's basically, as Robert Meyer Burnett always said, it's Joss Whedon. Someone's channeling Joss Whedon and has made this series.
Right. It's like a Disney Channel show. That's what it felt like to me.
Wow.
Like just a bigger budget.
Degrassi, Star
Trek.
Trek.
And see, the thing is like I think Steph, or I forgot who said it. They have to do this within the Star Trek franchise. Otherwise, they could never sell this outside of Star Trek. Nobody would watch it. Nobody would even talk about this if this was random space Academy show. You know,
no one would
just not
despise
connected to any IP.
No one would despise it as much if they had just gotten rid of all the Star Trek branding. You know, maybe you can make the case for teens in space, but this is and it's the messaging that bothers me. Because it's not messaging you would expect from Star Wars. It's very socialist. It's very DEI. I mean, look at that first episode where Caleb basically dooms the entire ship and the first class of Starfleet Academy. Everyone should have been dead at the end of it. And it's the analogy I use is: here's a kid who burned down his house, almost killed his family. But because he was industrious enough to grab the garden hose and try to put the fire out, that everything's okay. You know, he is absolved of the mistake he made.
Dude, you guys mentioned Degrassi, man. I would kill for the writers of Degrassi to write Star Trek, because this shit is just bad. I'd rather have Star Trek Degrassi.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I agree. Are you guys gonna keep look, if you weren't on YouTube covering this stuff, would this
not
even be
nope.
like? I mean,
not a chance.
No.
Oh, I'm already out. I'm already out.
I'm out anyway.
What?
Right. And the thing is like, even making videos about this, I think that the fan base is so checked out now. It's not even like when the Acolyte came out and everybody was able to ride the grift wave. Like,
oh
I don't
man,
even think
we ate so good during the Acolyte.
Yeah, the Acolyte was great. Man.
Right.
No,
That's not going to happen for this. Just no one's going to give a shit.
Yeah, I don't think anybody cares. Although I'll say this: the one thing that also bothers me, the scientific inaccuracy. I mean, new Starfleet vessel unable to reach warp speed because crew is too fat from the Babylon B. But I pointed out that crew members on starships have been able to achieve warp speed for a long time. Of course, I'm referring to Engineer Scotty later in his esteemed career.
Him and Fat Riker, they get passes. All right, because it's just the one-offs.
So
the
thing that I don't get, like as far as like logic goes, right, is even though Star Trek is a major franchise, it's huge. It's still very niche, right? Like to be a true Trek fan, it's a very niche thing. So yeah, everyone knows what it is, but you know, on a very general sense, right? Like I watched it with my grandfather. Many guys my age watched it with their grandparents and their parents, their uncles. It's very generational, but it's still very niche. you're a studio who has you've failed how many Star Trek shows already? 4? What's been Kirk's run? Like 3, 4 shows?
Strange New Worlds, Discovery, Lower Decks apparently is good, but it's animated. And then there was the Prodigy one with Janeway that people like. But really, Discovery and Strange New Worlds have been pretty fucking
okay. So
and
at least
Section
2 major
31
shows
movie.
that you have already
Yeah.
failed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why not try to make money? Like, why not try to like
They are
bring in that old niche crowd and try to make some real money?
Well, I guess
Try
they
to make
kind of did
Trek
that with
fans
Picard,
happy.
right?
Oh well, Picard was a fluke though,
Right.
right?
Yeah,
like
season
Picard
1
was,
and 2
it
were
wasn't supposed to
terrible.
be that
Season
good.
3 was the good one.
Right.
Yeah.
the last report was that after this, they're moving away from Kurtzman and the JJ. It's going to be unconnected. Now that
It's too late.
I would
though.
hope. Yes. Well,
It might be. I
Well,
mean,
no, like to Badger's point, he said earlier, you make 3 good projects in a row and you're back. But you got to make them good. They can't just be okay. All right, that one was okay.
No, they got to be better than
banger,
good. They got to be
banger,
like
banger.
It's got to be
Right.
noticeable.
Yes,
People have
they
to
got to
watch.
be 3 great, amazing. Okay, now you got the culture back. Now you got people checking in for it again. I wouldn't check for it. Like, why would you? Oh, they made one good season of The Mandalorian, but then they followed it up with a so-so season, and they followed that up with a trash season. So it's like, nah, I don't care about The Mandalorian, and I'm not excited for the movie because they can't sustain it. All right. That's the thing about these franchises. They were able to sustain success with solid, great storytelling over a long period of time. That's how they got the fan bases that they got. That's what they got to get back again.
What do we?
And that's why it has to be 3 great things in a row because,
Yes,
like for
great.
Mandalorian, they pulled you in with that first season, but they dropped the ball and made it terrible and terrible.
Yep.
Right. So,
Yep.
so they can pull you in and do a 180 and put in their agenda thing after they pull you in.
speaking of
And
pulling
that's
you
why
in,
it has to be 3
What-
good, great things in a row, and not just we're gonna pull you
It's
in.
a great
just
shot,
so you're
Chris.
here. And while you're here, we're gonna do flip it and do a 180.
I'm trying to get a photo. What do we think of Holly Hunter, and what do we think? This is from the red carpet premiere in New York. It's an unfortunate, still, but what do we think of Holly Hunter? Well, no, maybe
Chris,
not
you picked
unfortunate.
that still on purpose.
The woman the actress who plays Uhura, she's very good actress. What are our thoughts?
I think Holly Hunter is a great actress who wanted a paycheck.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
She is literally phoning it in.
yeah,
no. I think she's too professional about her role. I think she's embraced the role. That's what it feels like.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. You gotta watch.
I think
You
she's
gotta watch
phoning
a
it
little more
in.
than I did.
that's the face she made when we said women have ruined every single product.
I
Right.
don't think ruined. I mean, based on the photo, I'll just, we'll leave it there.
No, that's a sex doll.
Yeah.
But
All I
it's-
kept hearing was Elastigirl. I just kept hearing Elastigirl every time I heard her say something, man.
That's another great example of she's really pretty and Uhura is supposed to be fucking hot, like always was cute, and they tickle her hair
No,
off in the
that
series.
actress who plays Uhura is objectively an attractive woman.
Oh hell yeah!
Very
Especially in her
beautiful.
younger days. Are you kidding me?
On the show, they uglify all the women in these shows.
Mhm.
They really, because you see them on the red carpet, they're dressed very sexy, attractive, but then you see them and it's crazy. It's so stupid. So
You know what it feels like? It feels like Starfleet Academy feels like watching like a live action of like Dragon Age Veilguard, right? Like that's what it feels like. Like I don't know if you guys ever
Yes.
seen
The NPCs, yeah.
Yeah, it
Right.
kind of it's like a live action version of that where all the women are fat, atrocious, and most likely LGBTQ of some kind.
Yeah.
And all the guys are fit and in shape.
Right.
Crazy.
And sensitive.
It's the
And
one
sensitive, yeah,
positive
so
is the
they're
main
poets.
character is in shape and straight.
Yeah.
That's where we are.
Right. Well, actually funny because all of this stuff just does feel like fan fiction. And it's funny. My sisters, they have a company where they actually put out books that are basically like the lady smut stuff, the books. And they talk about how they design a lot of the book covers and stuff. And they constantly are having customers come after the artists for the covers because the women on the covers aren't fat enough and the dudes aren't ripped enough.
Minotaur milking. Did they do that one?
Yes.
Mhm.
Hey, look, I wouldn't put it past them.
Now,
But it's like
Blaine,
that's what
when
this
you
show
say
feels.
they,
Well,
your
no, that's why
sister's
a
a
lot
woman.
of those a lot of those smut books for women, they don't really describe the main character and how she looks, whatever. And the reason they do that is so the women reading it can project themselves onto that character. That's why a lot of the women who are getting upset that the character on the front isn't fat enough is because it's not given a bigger description of the main character in the book. So they're just projecting themselves onto it. And they're like, she needs to be big like me.
Yeah, so that means that any fat ass can imagine themselves, banging a minotaur, right? I mean, so.
Well, okay, a lot of people are saying that this is the Acolyte for Star Trek. What the Acolyte did for Star Wars, Starfleet Academy will do. Is this that? I mean, I will say this. Anecdotally, people don't care as much. The views are not as big on review videos. The Acolyte was the final nail that led us to do a Star Wars funeral. We did a Star Trek funeral last year, which we're going to start rolling out clips on Thursdays. Clips from the funeral on Thursdays with new episodes. But I get the sense that people aren't even outraged. They're just checked out.
Dude, I enjoyed the Acolyte a lot more than I enjoy Starfleet Academy.
They will. But the Acolyte was what, 2020 through 23, right?
Yeah, 3.
I think that was 23, and then or was that 24?
Kenobi is what actually took out a lot of people. Kenobi pissed off a lot, and then Acolyte finished it off. So Discovery
I think
and Strange New
like,
World,
like the Acolyte was, it was like the last one that everybody was just like, you know what, I'm done. But it was like we watched those videos because it was so bad. That it was like a good takedown, a final good takedown of woke Star Wars, Disney Star Wars. It was a good final takedown. And then people just checked out after that. I think people are done with this. They're like, and then Snow White, remember Snow White last year? That was terrible. So it's like people are sick and tired of seeing these great characters and franchises destroyed. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. And it's fun to watch these guys take it out, but I'm even tired of that to a certain extent. I just want to get back to enjoying things. I want to enjoy what I'm watching and not have to watch a bunch of YouTubers rip it apart. So I did a couple of videos. I did a couple of videos that did fairly well on it, but I just don't have the energy. I don't have the energy to keep going, man. It's just it's frustrating.
I'll just say that there's no witches episode yet. But
are there witches?
But the thing is, I think if you're gonna ask me if it goes gay, it feels like it's heading in that direction.
The scissoring.
Let me.
I wish it was the scissoring, but it's not.
Well, let me end on a positive.
Alan has given us just a tip.
Right.
Let me end on a positive. We have a t-shirt. We have a t-shirt going on sale in the Film Threat shop later this week, connected to our funeral. Let me just share our it says, let's see. I don't know. Can you guys see that? It says
I can see it loud and clear, my friend.
It says it's Dead Jim. Let me zoom in.
Yeah, make it bigger.
Here. Intern. Dead Jim limited edition shirt. On sale in the Film Threat shop. That's just in celebration of our Star Trek funeral. It's more dead.
The image should really be curling around the side.
Oh my God. Well, there you are, folks. Go to shop.filmthreat.com.